Guys, I'm in my final year. Like, oh my god. You've been away for so long. Hope you're all right. Ah, that was so touching. I was like, ah. I don't even know how to feel about this because I feel like I've been away for very long. Like, we're counting January, February, March, April, May, and this is June. That's 6 months away from this channel. At this point, I'm tired of apologizing, but this one was just a whole lot just came on at me at the same time. So I had to take a break and think and come back. And it's so sad that my YouTube channel had to be the one sidelined during this phase, but I'm back now. Hopefully I'll be able to stay till the end. Right, so welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Genevieve and you're on here on Stay with Eve. Anyways, I'm so glad to be doing this. Right, I never really realized how much I've missed talking on here until I started doing the whole setup, the whole dressing up, and it was just so nostalgic. I had super great plans. I still do have, right? I wanted us to start out having conversations on here. My back camera started developing issues, storage space. I think I saw a video online one time and the lady was saying if you use an iPhone and they ever write iPhone storage full, just start preparing to get a new phone. And that's basically the truth. That is so true. I know how many times I've had to delete my WhatsApp just to have space on this phone. I don't even use Snapchat anymore because I don't even have space for the basic needs of life. I fixed it and it still had the problem again. So right now I'm using the front camera to shoot. And also while I was away, I didn't know I had a community or people that really, okay, I know I have people that care about me, right? But I didn't really know that I had people that really enjoyed watching me talk and all of that. And so someone reached out to me on Instagram. I was like, you've been away for so long. Hope you're all right. Ah, that was so touching. I was like, ah. So something else I'm very excited about is the fact that I started a business. Guys, I now sell female handbags. Things like Chris Bella, Bako, all those high-end bags, and then the very good ones as well that are affordable too. I think that's it. And guys, I'm in my final year. Like, oh my god. Well guys, I'm in my final year and by next year I'll be transitioning into a completely different phase of my life. I'll be finally starting my career. I don't know, particularly I'm very excited about it. I don't know if that's normal, but I have a friend that's also currently doing her house job and she's very excited about it. So I think I'm not being strange being excited about leaving school and leaving this environment. I've been here for so long and I'm just tired of doing the same thing over and over again. The truth is it doesn't get easier as you go, but I just can't wait to be out of here. I just start the next phase of my life. At the moment I think I'm done with the catch-up phase, so let's get right into what we have to discuss today. Today, we are talking about young adults. And in talking about young adults, we are referring to those that fall within ages 18 to 25. I'm going to be addressing some of the things that I believe young adults should figure out about themselves earlier on in life, or things that a young adult needs to learn early, because learning these things or owning these things basically help to form the foundation for the solid years coming. It doesn't still nullify the fact that most of these things can come earlier, way earlier than this particular age range. First of all, let's talk about adulthood generally. Like, oh my god, I just feel nothing really prepares you for adulthood. Nothing prepares you for that transition. Most times if you don't even realize that you're becoming independent, right? For some other children, they even have that first adulthood on them quite early because they have to take up on some responsibilities very earlier on in life. And it's ironic because 1 minute you're playing under the rain, not concerned about how dirty your clothes get because you know that your mom is going to wash it for you when you go back home. You're not even bothered about what to eat for the day because you just know that someone out there is going to provide those things. So You're just being a child, basically. Child is not supposed to have so much bother. And then imagine transitioning from that phase where you have nothing to bother about into the phase where you're expected to manage your emotions, your health, your career, your relationships, and your future. The fact that you have to make a lot of decisions, and these decisions that you make right now, they have ripple effect. And the sad thing is, you don't get free, or you're not set free because you've chosen not to make any decision, or you've chosen not to take any action. There's still a consequence for inaction as well, as much as there are consequences and benefits for actions. So that's very worrisome, knowing that, hey, if I don't take a decision, I'm going to still have to suffer something. And if I do, I'm either going to suffer something or gain something, either way. I'll just address some of the things that I feel as a young adult who is growing in character, building structure for their life, basically setting the pace for their future. They're just some very vital things that you'd have to learn now. And number one on this list is financial management. Yes, I think basically me, I'm still in school for this one, but it doesn't still erase the right that I have to speak about it, especially as it concerns me as well. Being a broke adult is very frustrating, and I think the financial aspect of an adult forms basically one of the major problems, or when it has to do with depression, when it has to do with overthinking, trying a whole lot of things just to make money. So it can also form bulk of the distractions that we have these days with young adults, because you have your responsibilities there waiting for you. You have mouths to feed. You also have yourself to take care of. So there just has to be a way that this money would come. But in talking about financial management, I think there are core aspects that help. Number one is saving. It's something that's helped me a lot of times, right? For my business, for example, I had to save for a very long time to be able to get the initial capital I needed to start out. And eventually, I now realized that I never really needed this capital. I should have just started a long time ago than waiting for this money to come. But I saved, and it helps me. Saving is very important, but the problem with saving as an adult is that most times they end up saving you back. Investing. So recently, I've just been learning about investments and all of that. Not really studied so much around it, but it's something that I really believe can be helpful. It's not something just throwing money and tomorrow you're withdrawing the money. It's something that you leave to expand over the years or compound over the years. Budgeting is very important. I think that has also helped me to start looking at my bank statements, when money comes in, how it's being used. Yeah, so that's it for financial management, right? Just know where your money goes, to know how the money is coming in, and what things are your priorities and what you want to spend them on. The second is being intentional about your mental growth. I think there's recently this trend online about the decline in mental capacity of people. I think I get where the conversation is heading to, or what it's all about. It's very important to be very intentional when it comes to your mental growth. I always emphasize on the need for exposure. It's not as if I've gotten so much myself, or I try as much as possible to expose myself to possibilities. Like, expose your mind. Let your eyes see things. Let your ears hear things. It's not as if you will not be careful of them or have a reservation at times, right? But be exposed to things that would help you dream far and wide, things that would generally open your mind to possibilities. I used to read a lot as a child, but they were not evergreen books. I used to do more of fiction and all of that. So I had an awesome reading moments as a child, right? Particularly Nigerian writers, stories. It was so fun because my mom just had a lot of books lying around, so I had a lot of reading time. Since I've figured out that reading and having discipline in doing that has not been something so easy for me to do, I try as much as possible to consume audio content. I listen to a lot of podcasts. a whole lot of them. And I think the thing about podcasts that I love is you get to hear people's perspectives, how people articulate their words. Podcasts are really, they've been a go-to for me when it comes to helping me grow mentally since I'm not reading books. But the beautiful thing about books, however, is that they help your imagination. So you're reading someone writing, he walked in a green suit with a flower on the red pocket, on the left pocket, smiling from ear to ear. And as I'm saying it now, probably your mind is trying to imagine. So I think that's what reading helps you do. It helps your mind really imagine and form pictures quickly. So when you see people that read, especially fictional books, a whole lot, they have very wonderful imagination. I think the emphasis for this particular point is the importance of being teachable and wanting to learn new things, applying yourself to knowledge that is available, and not just applying yourself to know, but also being able to replicate those things that you have heard or that you have stored up in yourself as knowledge. And in the replication, you form skill. So the next one is grooming and cleanliness. This is very important because human beings are very much social beings. We are social beings, actually. I think with cleanliness, I don't know, maybe I'm biased with it, but I feel like it's something that is very important. The personal space should be clean. It should be clean. You have no business scattering things in your room or turning your living space upside down. It's okay to make a mess sometimes, right? But the ability to arrange it afterwards. I think as an adult, you have no business with being dirty. That's for teenagers, that's for children. As a young adult, you should be very interested in making sure that your personal space is clean and your outward appearance too is clean. And in this cleanness thing, there's a spectrum. Some people are like high up there, like this room might be clean, but because some things are not where they're supposed to be, it's not clean to them. That's different. I'm talking about being clean, such that if people see you, they know that okay, this person is looking okay. Please. I think my friend said something. He said that most times the inability to do the little things that are basic, it most times translates to inability to also do the very complex thing. The fact that you're not orderly enough in this aspect, it's going to still reflect in the other things. As an adult, you have no business with not looking clean. I know they say a lot of things about not judging a book by the cover and all of that, right? But it still doesn't excuse the fact that we are social beings. First impression of people usually formed by what you see physically before you get the opportunity to really engage in conversations and then make excuses for them. So as a young adult, you should be invested in being clean. So number 4 is curate and nurture valuable relationships. I don't even know, but I feel like university exposes you to a lot of people at the same time as compared to every other place. I don't know if it's possible to get this kind of human exposure from any other place like you get from a university setting. For public universities now, I just like the mixture of students that you can find in public universities. You can find very rich students, like students that come from very rich families. You can find the middle class. You can find different types of human beings. You can find the very organized people, you can find the very scattered people, the mentally stable ones, the unstable ones, like a wide array of human beings that you can find in a Nigerian university. And it also means that you're going to be having that vast amount of exposure, depending on how you apply yourself anyway. So I think this is a very vital time to discern relationships, to discern friendships. I know that we currently live in a society that is pro self-sustenance, that is pro self, that is pro I can do life on my own. I'm not party to that. I strongly I strongly believe that you cannot do this life on your own. You need people. And I've benefited in many ways from people's help, from people's love, kindness, intentionality, and all of that. So you build solid relationship and be intentional about bringing value to people's lives, right? People are looking out for value. What's the value that you have to offer? Be intentional about bringing value to people's life. It could just be that you're that person that always checks up, makes them smile. That's value, whether I like it or not. So it's currently raining. I just hope it doesn't affect the audio of this video. But still, remove. There's no limitation. Mastering yourself, very important. Like, I think it's very important and it's also very difficult. People say you cannot give what you do not have. That is so true. You have control over your feelings, you have control over your anger, you have control over wanting to procrastinate something, you have control over your actions. There are some things that obviously you have no control over. So it means you have to spend time getting to know yourself, getting to understand why I'm triggered by this, getting to understand why this makes me happy. What are the things that you like? What are the things that move you? What are you passionate about? Just understanding yourself better and your reactions to things. So I really left the best for the last. Number 6, we have growing your relationship with God. Such an awesome thing to do. And I think this one is very important as a young adult, even though I believe that it's something that was supposed to have been established over the years, growing up in a Christian home, growing up in a Christian gathering. It's something that is supposed to have already been imbibed in you. I think this is very important because first, God did the seeking, God did the searching, and He has found you. And now there's undeniably the part you have to play in ensuring that you fulfill all that He has in store for your life. So it's important that at this years you build your relationship with God, and you do this by studying your Bible, by praying every day, seeking God's face, seeking His opinion for literally every aspect of our lives. I think God desires that we depend totally on Him for every single thing. And it's very important that at these vital years of our lives, we invest in that relationship with God. The Bible says, seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened unto you. Like, that is an assurance. So you seek God's face and you would find Him. I mean, He has already found you. He was searching for you. He found you. Now that you have been found, it's important that you keep showing up, and He reveals deeper and deeper aspects of Himself to you. Every day He reveals to you what He would even have you do in the first place with your life. Basically, so just a recap of all that's been said. We spoke about the important things a young adult should learn earlier on in life. And the first one is financial management or finance management. The second one is improving or expanding their mental health, mental capacity. The third one is cleanliness. The fourth one is curating and nurturing long-standing relationships. The fifth one is self-mastery. And the final and most important one is building your relationship with God. I'm so happy that you stayed with me to the very end, and it was so lovely having to do this again. I've really missed it, and I didn't realize how much I've missed being on here and just yapping. I'm glad that you stayed on here with Eve, and I hope that in the coming weeks we'd have more of this communion and just expand our knowledge and learn together. I'd also like you to drop right there in the comment section which other things you feel are important for young adults to learn. Of course, this list is very, very small. Thank you, and have a nice day or have a nice week going forward. Bye.